made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast, episode number 20. Back at it. Hunter Keister here with
Maki is back.
Kurt Maki back. Let's go. Episode number 20, and it's NBA draft night with the first round just finishing up as we're recording this. Second round just started, and to start the second round, Michigan's boy Caleb Houston goes, and we're just gonna go through and highlight some of the top picks and get our reactions as we got through the first round of the NBA draft. So, Kurt, what was your overall first round? How do you feel about what every team did?
I'll just start off with the top. I personally thought that Jabari Smith Jr. should have went first. I thought he was the better player. I thought he was probably the best player, the most ready player to go out of the top three, considering who went first, and then Chet Holmgren. But teams make mistakes, make good picks, but I think it went pretty interesting. First round, a lot of interesting spots for players. Bad picks, good picks, all of the above. But I really want to hear your grief with the Thunder here. They did a lot of trades tonight, and I just want to hear your take here. I want to hear what's going on.
Man, I have been a Chet Holmgren hater for a couple years now. He gets a lot of blocks. He doesn't play anybody big. Not anybody near his size, height-wise, or anywhere, but anybody near the size of the guys he's going to be playing in the NBA, right? So, he's a tall twig, and he's going to get bodied in the NBA. And I just don't know if he'll be able to put on weight that fast. But I hate the pick, especially with Jabari Smith, who I agree is top 2 in the draft. Paolo and Jabari to me are 1A, 1B type guys. You take your pick.
You're the one for sure.
Yeah, with Jabari still being on the board right there, that kills me because Chet Holmgren just doesn't.
I would say right now Smith is the better player and is more ready, but I have a different stance than you do on Holmgren, to be honest with you, and than most people. I think the reason why he got drafted so high is with the length he has, his shot blocking ability, the potential is there. He could be the best player in the draft, but the biggest concerns are there is no interior defense. He got bodied. He literally gets bodied. So he's going to have to bulk up. He's going to have to add a lot of weight because he will get eaten alive by the Joel Embiids of the world. He can play on the perimeter a little bit. He has some playmaking skills. He has some handles. But I don't know why you guys hate it, though. Like, you think he's going to be a bust?
Yes.
You think he's going to flame out and not at least be a decent rim protector with that length?
With Jabari Smith there, I'm looking at BPA at number 2 overall.
So right now, potentially though, you think for sure?
I still think Jabari will be better potentially. I think he's better right now. I think he'll transition and be faster into the NBA, and I think he ultimately could have a better career. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I'll say that right now. I'm a Thunder fan. I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope Chet Holmgren beats up. I hope he can play some defense and continue his shot blocking because that is good. I'll give him that. But he's playing these.
When he had to play better competition, his game didn't translate too well.
He did nothing.
No.
And then what was he? WCC conference? Like, what is that? Of course you're gonna be a block guy that are probably tall and skinny like you are. But I just don't think he'll be able to transition into being able to go against the bigger guys like Joel Embiid and the guys we mentioned.
I just don't know where you play him. He
has to be a center, I feel like. Or a 4.
He's got to be a 4 because for him to play the 5 against some of those bigger centers, he's just going to get 8.
That's what I mean.
He's just going to have to add a lot of size to his frame.
I like Jabari as a prospect a lot better, and I would have liked him a lot better too. But we go with Chet.
So So then Jabari goes to Houston at 3.
Jabari goes to Houston at 3, and I think that's a good fit as Houston tries to continue their rebuild. Anybody else?
I mean, what about OKC with those trades?
Yeah, OKC.
Trading for the player from France.
OKC to get Dang from France. They traded with the Knicks. They gave up 3 first-round picks, I believe, all in the future. But the Thunder have a lot of first-round picks. So, I think it was a good trade. Sam Presti worked out with Dang and then decided to draft him. So, I think that shows you his confidence. So, I'm going to trust him on this one. And then we come back and we keep 12 and we draft Williams. Was it? I don't even know remember his first name.
You mean 27?
No, 12.
12?
Yeah, we had him at 12. Okay, so bringing it back, we do take Jalen Williams at 12. And I really can't judge it because I don't know too much on the player. I obviously don't follow NBA as closely as the other sports. But, I mean, I hope the pick's good. And I really can't bash it or like it because I don't know anything about the player.
Some other notable picks. Keegan Murray went at 4 to Sacramento. The twin from Iowa. Obviously, probably the lesser of the two brothers, but still pretty good. And another good pick for Detroit at 5, getting Jaden Ivey from Purdue. I get big-time Ja Morant vibes from him.
Yeah.
100%.
Johnny Davis at what, 10 or 11?
Johnny Davis went to the Wizards at 10.
10. Yep, that's a good pick, too, for the Wizards, for sure, to build around somebody.
And with Cunningham there and Ivy.
Oh, Detroit's going to be good.
They're building good, and they're making moves to try to get out of the dumpster fire they've been in for the past 10 years. Any other notable picks? I mean, like we mentioned, Dang went at 11 to Oklahoma.
Who's that really good fit? Do you remember? That,
I mean, the Hornets took Jalen Duren, and then they traded with Detroit, so Detroit got him as well.
Yeah, that's right.
The first, big man taken, really, besides Holmgren. And then Houston went first pick of round 2, which is where we had him prior to the draft anyways. I said probably second round at best.
Yeah, his camp failed him miserably on that one.
And Orlando.
He left too early, and he was a second-round pick because of it. So
he goes to Orlando with other Michigan players already being there. And I guess the latest pick I would say would be Max Christie from Michigan State going to LA. That's the Lakers' first actual pick. They didn't have any in the first round, so I mean, we'll see. The draft it's always up in there. You never know who's gonna be what.
Right.
I mean, for all we know, Jabari Smith could actually be a bust.
Yep, and Chet Holmgren could be a beast. So
could be the best player.
I hope. It sounds. I love that, but.
He doesn't sound too optimistic.
I'm not very optimistic on that one at all. But I think that will be it for our NBA draft little talk we're going to do. And I think we're going to jump into some news that we got some more knowledge on, which is the Kyrie Irving situation. And that mess in Brooklyn, him possibly leaving, wanting to go somewhere else, having a list of teams he'd like to play for. It's crazy in Brooklyn. I thought this team would win.
They were the favorites last year heading into the season to win everything.
Yeah.
And now
their whole team could be dismantled.
No, they aren't going to be dismantled.
Yeah.
Kyrie is not going to stay there. For sure. He's out.
KD will
and when Kyrie leaves, KD went there because of Kyrie.
Yep.
He's going to want out. And now all you got is a bunch of role players.
Ben Simmons. Hey, it's just like Ben Simmons
might even say, man, I'm out of here.
Ben Simmons is on the Sixers again. He's going to be by himself with a bunch of role players.
I don't know where Kyrie's going to land. There's a lot of spots they're saying.
Yeah.
Potentially LA. I don't see it because Kyrie's going to want some money because I don't really think I feel like ever since Kyrie won that championship with LeBron in 16, he really hasn't been the same.
He hasn't, for sure.
I'm not
He's
saying,
also been hurt.
Yeah, he's been hurt a little bit. I mean, he is 30 years old now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not as good as he used to be. I mean, I would still take him for sure as my point guard.
Right.
But I just feel like, when he didn't get that vaccine last year, that really hurt a lot of the players in that locker room because it showed he wasn't committed to winning. And I feel like he just kind of is playing for money at this point. Him and KD mentioned that they don't really... I don't think they have the passion to win. After they got those rings,
yeah,
I just feel like now they're just playing it to play it and get money. I mean, you don't have to play to win, but, I mean, that's typically...
Why you play.
Right. You play for the love of the game, but that's unfortunately how it is. And I feel like I just don't see him staying in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going to go, though. He's going to want some money, and the Nets are going to crumble. That's for sure. So I don't know. Maybe he finds a way to land with LeBron. I mean, that'd be pretty spicy to see that duo again. Those two ran it in Cleveland. And then I just don't know how the situation's going to play. Maybe he'll be a free agent, but they're saying a sign-on and kind of trade situation. Yeah. But really, I mean, if he's out, that puts KD in a bad spot because he just went there for Kyrie, and then 2 years, and that's it. They didn't really accomplish what they wanted to. And what a mess. What a mess.
Utter failure. That's what that will go down.
The expectation was to go win the finals.
Yeah.
Because the East was wide open once LeBron left, and then hey, let's go to Brooklyn. Let's form a team there, and then they had those two. James Harden wanted out last year, and he's been Philadelphia, and now it's just wow.
It's a mess for Brooklyn.
Steve Nash, I bet, ain't feeling too good now.
Oh man, Steve Nash is probably like, what happened?
To go from one offseason to this, that's how fast stuff can flip. Because these players in the NBA, they have so much power. I mean, it's not like how the NFL is. Like, you have to pretty much play or sit out. Like, you don't just get to...
Not play.
Like, James Harden literally got his way out of Houston. You can't just say, I want to go here, and they'll find a way. That they don't have that much power in the NFL.
Right.
So, we'll see. I mean... NBA don't start for a couple months, but...
That's huge if you end up leaving.
I mean, I think that situation will probably figure itself out within a few weeks rather sooner than later.
Yeah, because if they're going to move them, they're probably going to want to do it soon.
We'll see. It's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the sports offseason. More to come, though.
For sure.
Are we going to head into some NHL then?
Okay, we are jumping into some NHL playoffs now, starting with Game 2 as the Colorado Avalanche absolutely
mopped them.
The Tampa Bay Lightning. 3 goals in the first period, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 7-0, just trounced them. Vasilevsky got bounced early, and Tampa Bay could never recover from that, and that's pretty much all you need to say. I mean, Nichushkin and Kel McCarr scored twice, and Rantanen added 3 assists, and they win 7-0. Self-explanatory, big win for Colorado. But how would they respond game number 3? In game number 3, they come out, and they actually get stomped by Tampa Bay. 2-1 in the first, but Tampa Bay explodes for 4 goals in the second period, and Colorado gives up 6 goals, and that's huge for Tampa Bay to get back in the series. And at this point, it's 2-1, so this is a huge game 4.
Yesterday.
Overtime. Colorado looks to put it up 3-1. And then next thing you know, you would think, what does Tampa have? What does Tampa have left? They want to win the cup. But Avalanche, they end up pulling 1 game closer. They're down.
In Tampa.
1-0 after one. They get one back, but they give up one. So it's 2-1. Going into the third, they got the goal they needed. Andrew Cogliano with the goal to send it to OT. And Nazim, the Dream, Kadri with the goal. And Colorado goes up 3-2. Kurt, do you
3-1.
think... 3-1. They win 3-2. They go up 3-1. Kurt, do you think Tampa has a chance to come back from this?
I'm sticking by my guns. I got Tampa. I'm not feeling as confident now, but I picked them in 7, so I got to roll with my dice.
Yeah, I think I picked Tampa.
We got to find a way.
But I don't want Tampa to win, so come on, Avalanche, let's go.
They're going to Colorado tomorrow night, Friday night. Going across the country, West Coast. Will they pull it off?
Go win it, Colorado. Go win it, baby. Go win it.
Colorado, shut the lights off. Pull the red curtains forward and end the show.
Go win it.
We don't know, but I gotta stick with my guns, and I'm gonna say Tampa finds a way to win tomorrow night at least.
For sure.
At least make it something, not just a 4-1, boring series. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. After those NBA playoffs, I feel a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, I would love to see this series go to 6 or 7 games, but Colorado's got a lot of momentum, and they're on home ice.
Yeah, and they can close it tomorrow night and just finish it off.
They can close it, so, to be honest, I think they closed it. I think they're too much.
Give a score prediction. It's been so back and forth, because the first 2 games, high scoring, and then yesterday, 2-2 until overtime, 3-2. Right. We're looking at a lower point game or a higher point game? I'm thinking
lower.
Lower.
I'm thinking lower.
What you got then?
No, you know what? Give me a high score. If I'm gonna give Colorado this one, I'm gonna give them a 5-4.
I was just gonna say I got Tampa winning 5-4.
Colorado 5-4 OT.
And overtime. Tampa fights. They claw, but they just can't. They get the final knockout punch.
Colorado gets it in overtime, and they celebrate the Stanley Cup on home ice. That's what I got happening. I hope they continue it, because that's been a crazy series to watch, and I like watching good competitive hockey. So you think it's going to be 5-4 in Tampa Bay's favor? Yep. Do you think they get it? So you think they get it to 6 games? They win that. They get to 7 games and they win that. They complete the reverse sweep.
I got to, but realistically, I'm going to say they get it to 6.
Yeah,
I think they'll win tomorrow night, and then Colorado will go back to Tampa and finish them off.
That's pretty fair. Fair enough.
Well, who knows?
Yeah. Tampa Bay's really good. They got a dynasty brewing right now. They got some really good guys, so they can easily go on a run and win 3 games easy. So I'm not counting them out yet, but
it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over. So that'll be it. It'll be interesting to talk about it next week and to see what happened and to go through that. But we are going to talk about Archie Manning. Arch Manning?
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning. The quarterback with the bloodline of
legends.
Gods. The bloodline of gods. And he commits to Texas, which is insane, over schools like Alabama. And I knew he would be an SEC kind of guy because of just his whole family, but Texas was crazy. Shocked me. Quinn Ewers is probably shaking in his boots right now.
He's quaking.
He's probably going to be looking at the transfer portal pretty soon. He'll be looking at the transfer portal pretty soon.
His high school highlights look pretty nice. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting a little nervous. Because the Mannings are no joke.
Yeah.
We'll see. And all they need is 2 years in college. Or 1 year, and he'll be going to NFL, I bet. So he'll play next year then? 2023?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, he's starting next year for sure. All right,
yeah, it's Quinn Ewers too, 5-star from a year ago.
Competition.
Yeah, that's what competition. I was talking about earlier. We were thinking that Quinn Ewers would transfer if he lost the battle.
That's pretty likely.
Yep.
I don't see them. I mean, like I said, those high school highs, you look pretty good, man. You look nice. I know it's different when you. I mean, obviously every level is different, but I mean, if it's there, you can ball. You can ball. So, kind of surprised you with the Texas, though. I mean, Eli went to Ole Miss, and then Peyton went to Tennessee, but I'm glad he didn't go to Alabama or nothing like that, though.
Yeah, that would have made them.
That would have been.
That would have made them really good. Really scary, really fast. Hopefully they get some good competition, because I want to see good football, and Texas has, been good in the past. Texas remind me a lot of Michigan, honestly, with their
Vince Young,
with their success early, like back then.
They used to be really good.
And their drought, how they had now. But Michigan, finally got their win. Texas hasn't yet, but this could be a really good start in that direction. Getting Archie Manning and having Quinn Ewers this season could also be a good team.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Will only tell. I'm so ready for football, man. Trying to enjoy the summer, but I am locked and ready for football.
We are in the dog days of the offseason.
Yeah, we're getting through it. Yeah, all right. After that one, guys, I think we are going to close this one out. Episode 20, made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're on everything, every podcasting site.
Follow us, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, follow,
we got it.
Yep. Like the page, follow us.
That way you know when we post everything.
Yeah, ask some questions in the comments, guys. You guys need to help us get through these dog days of the summer break of sports, pretty much. Maybe we'll do some interesting baseball things, like some pick'ems or something like that. Just something cool like that.
We got UFC coming up.
And we got some UFC coming up. So we're getting through it. We hope you guys enjoyed. Episode number 20 is in the books. We're out of here.
See y'all next Thursday.
Peace.